I don't own the song in this video. Hey everyone, I couldn't find the official song for the background music, so I just took it from RVB Zero, so you're gonna hear some voices in the background, so sorry about that. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first review of Red vs. Blue Zero. So I was debating if I was allowed to make these or not, but then I saw that people were doing Ruby reviews, even though it's still first exclusive, and Red vs. Blue is still first exclusive this season, so yeah, I think I'm still okay to talk about it, but I should give a warning for spoilers. If you have not seen it yet, then please go watch it. I can't really leave a link in the description since, it's from Rooster Teeth and, it's a first membership thing. But, yeah, just go watch it. So, I'll be starting my review in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, are all the people who haven't seen it yet gone? Okay, great. So, let's begin. So, I'd like to start with the cons, because the cons are actually shorter than the pros. So, the first con that I have with this is actually a pretty big one, is just that, it doesn't really feel like RVB that much. I appreciate that Wash and Carolina are there and stuff like that, but it doesn't really feel like RVB. And also, one of my other complaints that I have is that the comedy was almost completely absent. Well, there was some comedy, but I didn't really find it funny because it's not the RVB humor that I love. A single character didn't use a legitimate swear in the episode. You can use swear like hell or damn it, but those aren't swears, right? You need the hardcore ones, and I didn't hear any of those, so that is very disappointing. But, I might have mentioned that in my other review, because I technically saw this episode, a month or two ago because of RTX, and the remaining 7 will be completely new to me, but, some other things, well, I'm just gonna say what comes to my mind. I'm not gonna really have an order, but something that I would like to talk about is Damon Miles or Mills. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but his voice acting fits Ryan's way better. He is way better than Ryan at voicing Diesel. So I'm very excited to hear his voice acting. And like I said, Hannah's voice acting is also pretty good, and so is Christian's. Zero's Syndicate, which I guess they're now calling Viper, it looks very interesting, and I want to know their backstory, especially since they keep emphasizing that they know the freelancers somehow. They're like, goodbye freelancer, as she knocked out Carol, as FaZe knocked out Carolina. But the thing, it was good. The animation is phenomenal and stuff like that. And I'm very excited to see where the story is going to go. But yeah, the comedy is just my main concern, because that's what RVB has mainly been, is comedy, and I didn't laugh. So that is very worrying. But nonetheless, I'm still very excited, and I want to see where this goes. And I'm going to stop recording and see if I can come up with anything else to say so that I'm not saying every 10 seconds. I would like to say that I like Raymond. I think he is a pretty cool character. He's probably my favorite out of Shadow Squad so far. Him and East are probably my favorites. But another thing that I would like to talk about, which was honestly probably one of my favorite parts, was the involvement of Wash and Carolina, and how they talked about how Wash's brain injury was healed. I wonder what his powers were so far. They said it was something more practical, knowing when a microwave is gonna beep or something like that. But I hope it's more than that. And one last main thing that I would like to bring up is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is very good. The intro song is phenomenal. I've blasted it on repeat probably 100 times when I first saw it on Twitter. The soundtrack that they played when Zero was walking out at the end, that was also very good. And the soundtrack that they played at the end of both trailers, I really want the name of that because I want to blast it really loud. It's very good. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. It was kind of mediocre overall. I didn't not like it, but I didn't really like it that much either. Not to say that you shouldn't go check it out, because the animation is probably the best part that makes it worth watching. But I'll definitely stick around for the rest of the season to see how it unfolds. I think it's going to be very cool and interesting. Wow, such big words, but that's going to do it for this review. Hopefully my next review will be better and it'll have better quality and stuff. I'm kind of rushed, so sorry about that.